These series bring all of our favorite tropes and cliches to the forefront and twist them into something new and exciting.
Whoa! When did you learn how to shrink your scissors down? That's so cool!
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 genre deconstructions in anime. For this list, we're only considering series that take a common anime setting or genre and dismantle them piece by piece. They take established tropes, break them down, and put them back together in a truly unique series. We're ranking these anime based not only on how good they are, but how well they deconstruct the genres they have chosen to tackle. Number 10, Samurai Flamenco, deconstruction of the superhero genre. While there are many comic book superheroes who serve as parodies or deconstructions of their own medium, Samurai Flamenco attempts to do the same on the small screen. This series follows Hazama, a male model who has no powers but becomes the superhero known as Samurai Flamenco anyway. Teaming up with a police officer a la Batman and Commissioner Gordon, the two find themselves up against villains who have actual superhuman powers. The series is all about discovering what it means to be a true hero, and exposes everything we've come to take for granted in superhero stories. Number 9, School Days, deconstruction of high school drama.
Makoto, 誰と会ってるの?
Like many deconstructions, this series starts off as a rather bland and stereotypical series before completely blowing expectations and assumptions out of the water. Being a teenager is kind of funny, where even the smallest and most inconsequential problems feel like life-changing disasters. In a typical high school drama, characters always come out on top and in the end, deal with their problems like level-headed adults rather than the way that most angsty teenagers would. School Days, on the other hand, has the characters give in to temptation or completely fall apart in the face of adversity, and without wanting to spoil it too much, they have a bad time. Number 8, Daily Lives of High School Boys, deconstruction of slice of life. Mecha, explosions, fantasy adventures, you know, just the standard anime high school stuff. This is one of those anime series where anime exists within its own world. Thus, the boys in this story let their imaginations run a little wild. Breaking down the tried and true slice of life genre, nothing crazy or out of this world happens to these kids, and the real adventure here is simply their coming of age. Highly relatable, especially to anime fans, you'll find all the cliches and stereotypes laid bare, but with a very realistic and humble approach that makes you realize that fictional characters can be just as normal as the rest of us. Number 7, School Rumble, deconstruction of silly school comedy.
Desperate to make her feelings known, she pours out her heart to him in a very long love letter, to no avail!
Going from realistic to absurd, School Rumble is a must-watch for anyone who loves high school comedy. Swapping out the dizzy but lovable female protagonist for a badass, dumbass Kenji Harima, we get a completely new perspective in an all too familiar genre.
Yeah, time for the badass to get the girl. Let's go to school.
All the cliche scenes are present here, only with gender swapped, which surprisingly changes the way things tend to play out. Guy accidentally walks in on a naked girl, he's a pervert. Girl walks in on a naked guy. Well, he's still technically the pervert.
No, don't scream! I didn't do anything wrong. She's the one who walked in on me.
Exposing society's double standards and anime's typical treatment of genders, School Rumble will make you think as much as it makes you laugh.
Unbelievable.
Amazing. Nicely done.
Well, why are you guys acting so surprised? Because this is unusual for you.
Number 6, Monogatari franchise, deconstruction of harem genre and fan service. Harem and fan service series tend to go hand in hand, and have become so popular that they're actually respected genres in their own right, Although, try explaining that to your parents while you're watching High School DxD or Queen's Blade for the plot.
This is no time to be playing around with a bunch of creepy tentacles!
The Monogatari franchise, however, stands out a lot more than a fan service series by being not only self-aware, but genuinely engaging. The unique plot, art style, and characters only emphasize how absurd fan service situations actually are, by making familiar situations feel really out of place in a series that honestly does let its story drive the plot forward.
それより、荒木先輩、食事にしないか?
食事?
Number 5. My Love Story. Deconstruction of high school shoujo.
どうぞ。
ありがとう。
This tale as old as time plays with the shoujo genre by taking the character who would usually be the protagonist's best friend in another series, in this case Takeo Goda, and making him the center of attention.
ケーキもらったし美味しかったしいいだろう
Tall and muscular, but not exactly attractive, Takeo has a tough time finding a girlfriend when every girl he likes ends up falling in love with his best friend, the stereotypical pretty boy who would be the protagonist in any other series.
俺はあんたのこと全然好きじゃない
As we follow Takeo's attempts at finding love, cliched romance tropes get peeled apart layer by layer, and we are left with a unique and relatable take on a classic love story.
それ当たり？当たりを1個入れておいたの。当たり！
Number 4. Mobile Suit Gundam. Deconstruction of mecha. Before Mobile Suit Gundam, giant combining robots were all the craze. This mech genre was almost as fantastical as it was science fiction, with lots of really impractical robot designs. Mobile Suit Gundam sought to rewrite the book on mecha with hard science fiction by putting an emphasis on the research and logistics behind giant fighting robots.
Where's the channel control?
There on the right console.
As the series goes on, Mobile Suit Gundam shows that war is brutal, traumatic, and never one-sided, a theme that all the best mecha anime have to tackle at some point or another.
How many people were killed because of this?
Shut up! Do you know how many of us were killed or captured, do ya?
Number 3. One Punch Man. Deconstruction of shounen battle anime.
てめえがインベーダーの親玉か。
素晴らしい。
At first glance, you might think that this series' main target was the superhero genre, but just watch a few episodes and you'll start seeing all the shonen action cliches get picked apart one punch at a time. Through the eyes of series protagonist Saitama, OPM jumps from cliche to cliche, making light of the absurdities of situations that we, as anime fans, have become all too comfortable with.
自分で変われるのが人間の強さだ。
なんだとこいつ本気か先生
Saitama himself is straight up bored with the whole ordeal, and makes observations and comes to conclusions that we all have reached decades ago. Poking fun at, without belittling the shows we all grew up with and love, is probably One Punch Man's biggest strength. Yet, we'll never look at another shonen anime the same way again.
外出された際にスキンヘッドを見かけたらすぐにその場を離れてください。
なんだと俺と被ってんじゃねえか
Number 2. Puella Magi Madoka Magica. Deconstruction of the magical girl genre.
のない滅びも嘆きも全て君が覆せばいい。そのための力が君には備わってるんだから。
As cliche as the shonen anime is the magical girl anime. Captivating fans of all ages for generations, magical girl series are important to anime's position in pop culture, with themes and imagery that have remained commonplace for over 50 years. Puella Magi Madoka Magica takes this beloved genre and ruthlessly tears it open, exposing its heart in painful, jaw-dropping ways. For the first time, audiences have to question whether or not it's a good idea to accept the promises of a mysterious being at face value, and whether being a magical girl is more of a curse than a blessing.
考えている余裕さえなかったってだけ。後悔しているわけじゃないのよ。
If you're a fan of this fantastic show, be sure to check out the OG magical girl deconstruction, Revolutionary Girl Utena, for even more insight and, of course, tears. Number 1. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Deconstruction of mecha and super robot genres.
It's a face! A giant robot!
And here we have it, not only the best deconstruction of an anime genre, but one of the best anime series of all time to boot. Savagely ripping into the super robot genre piece by piece, NGE shatters any delusions that viewers might have about the glory of teenagers piloting mecha into battle.
Shinji, calm down! That's not your real arm!
Beginning with a very textbook approach to the genre, protagonist Shinji is thrust into the cockpit of the most powerful weapon on Earth. It's all downhill from there, however, as the series makes light of the fact that these kids are child soldiers, and that a select few taking responsibility for the entire human race is a terrible idea.
You do know you're supposed to obey my orders. Understand?
Yes.
I'm warning you not to do it again.
Yes.
Hey, are you even listening to anything I'm saying?
Yes.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not gonna get out of this by just saying yes to everything I say.
Do you agree with our list?
We're involved in a critical situation, ma'am.
I know it's difficult.
Which anime series do you think breaks apart genres the best? For more constructive top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Well, I better get back to cleaning. I got busted for sleeping in class again. Bye-bye.